Good morning, 3rd of January. Hope you all survived the storm. That was quite scary, wasn't it? I'm just moving around because the dog has twisted. Oh dear. Yeah, it was scary. We had a lot of trees down and some of our roof came off as well, which was not good. There we go. Up and out early this morning. I have a lot on today. And also, day 3 of not drinking. Oh my God, I've woken up with such a hangover without drinking. What the F? Anyway, I hope you guys are okay. Day 3 of my diary. Yeah, having such a lovely response. Thank you. And apparently quite a few of you have cupboards, mentally and physically. And I get you, I do. It does help me for sure. A few questions about my mum. And yeah, that's it's nice to know that somebody's listening, even if it's not 1,000 or 100 or 50. I think I've got about 4 or 5 at the moment, but there you go, not bad for day 3, hey? So yes, Grandad died within a year of them moving here. He had a terrible time trying to get a job here in the UK as a coloured skinned man in the police force. Ironically, I think the year or 2 after he died, the first black policeman was appointed. Shameful really, isn't it? There we go. But he had leukemia, which I didn't know until into my 30s, when I got Mum to do like a little questionnaire about her family and stuff, and that's the reason why they came over. It was just after a couple of years after the war was happening in India, so it's becoming quite a dangerous place for them to be, and they had family here, so the plan was to come here and get help, better help, and be safer for the kids too. So yeah, he got a job with, I think, an aerospace company, just factory work, I think, and yeah, I think worked with asbestos, which didn't help, and died of leukemia. And I think then 9 months or a year later, grandmother died. She had an asthma attack. We have really bad asthma in our family. It's taken a few of us out. I too have it. But I'm the only one that's not smoked, so hopefully it's not going to be too bad. The dog's refusing to move. Bear with us 2 seconds. Come on, Petal. Right, she wants to go her own way. We're going to go down this way. Okay, fine. And try and trick her. Anybody else got a stubborn dog? Not what you need first thing in the morning. No, she wants to go her way. Right, fine. Okay, you go your way then, sweetheart. Come on. Yeah, so yeah, she had an asthma attack in bed, and the girls at this point, I think, were about 15, maybe coming on to 16, but not quite. And they just knew that they wouldn't get the support. Unfortunately, come to England, and the family that they thought they had wasn't quite as supportive as they would hope it would be. In my mum's eyes, I later did track a cousin down who basically said that no, Mum had got it wrong and she was paranoid, which is a word I heard a lot of growing up. Mum always used to say that everybody else was paranoid, but maybe it was her. I don't know whether that's the right terminology these days, but we'll go with that one for now. Please don't judge me. So they stayed in the house with grandmother lying dead in bed. It's quite horrific now when you think about it, isn't it? It's poor girls. Their mental health was fragile then. God knows what that did to them. Apparently they bathed her and everything. Just God, I forgot about that. God, that's horrific, isn't it? But yeah, eventually I think grandmother was deteriorating, so they called the doctor, and I mean, now there'd be an investigation and everything. Yeah, and having said all of this, you know, there is a little bit of a doubt in my head that was actually true. But there's nobody to ask now. Obviously, everybody's gone, and there's no medical report out there, so I can't really check that either. This is a way of checking, but I'm sure you guys will let me know if there is. And then yeah, the girls were taken into care. They were put into a orphanage run by nuns, and were apparently treated very, very badly. Mum's story that she recounts over the years was that she was put into a cupboard for being naughty. Cupboard. God, I didn't think about that. Blimey, I'm sure there's going to be a few eureka moments. Yeah, so she was put in a cupboard, dark cupboard. God, that's ironic, isn't it? God, here goes the wind again. I do apologise for my audio. I will get better as I learn. But thanks for bearing with us. Trying to get into cupboard now. But yeah, put into a dark cupboard with rats, Mum said, and fed bread. It's quite sort of Oliver Twist, isn't it? Again, whether this happened or not, I don't know, but this is a story that is her story, whether it be in her mind or whether it be a reality, and again, no way of checking. But this is a story that I grew up with, and Mum would often use this to make us behave, feel sorry for her. I don't know what to feel sorry for her, but to treat her better, because she did go through a very, very bad time in her life. Whether us children should have paid for that, I don't know. Actually, I do know. No, we shouldn't have done, but we did. But then Mum had nobody to talk to. Nobody had anybody to train her as kids. So did she not know any better? You know, who knows? Oh gosh, right. It's a very early start for talking about stuff like this. But yes, so both the twins were put into an orphanage because the family couldn't take the girls. Mum puts this down to racism. I don't think actually in my heart that that's the case, because her family would have been of the same race as her, but she blames it on them becoming English and not adhering to their culture. You know, so God, who knows? But they were put into the orphanage. I think that they were the terrible twins. I think they were very, well, I know they were very naughty. There's some hilarious stories which I'll talk to you about further along. So it's not all going to be doom and gloom. There's going to be some light-hearted stuff. Yeah, they were quite funny little things. Their escapades and that. Comedy runs in our family. We're all quite funny people. Funny bones, as Mum used to say. But yeah, they were put in an orphanage, and I think then they were both fostered out separately. Again, I think with two girls same age, it's quite difficult for anybody to manage. And I think they were quite difficult girls anyway. So we're not going to part blame with anybody there. But yeah, so what are we now? 9 minutes 53. Thank you for listening to today's little tale and me rambling on. It's getting lighter. I don't know whether you can tell. It was actually pitch dark when I left home, and it's lightened up now. So I'm going home to get showered and changed and start my day. Again, thank you for listening. Listeners are going up each day. It's amazing. Because I've done nothing but literally just load it up. So, guys, thank you very much. Probably thinking I'm a complete lunatic, but this is my story, my mum's story, and I'm hoping that this is my therapy, and enlighten my shoulders a little bit. If any of you guys are going through a really bad time, and if you need any help, there are places out there that can help you, or drop me a line. Any questions you've got about me or the podcast, do let me know. I'm happy to message. I won't message back if you're being a nasty little beast. Luckily I've not had any of those, but I'm aware that those people lurk out there. Anyway, have a brilliant day, and again, thank you for listening. See you tomorrow. Bye.